So, hey, every time I play this game, you guys are with me at least, even if I'm silent. So, let's get started, guys. So we have a Chevrolet Equinox from 2012, my favorite one. Let's get started, guys. And also, guys, even once we get our car, we're gonna be keeping this lovely car. This is how much I kind of like it. Love it, actually. I don't like it. I love it. If someone has driven 150,000 miles on this car, and I will drive another 150,000 miles on this car. Well, more like the game assigned this car to have 150,000 miles. I wish this car had 200 or something. I like cars with high mileage, you know. Not in real life, but in the game, the where maintenance is not really an issue. It's nice, you know, to have. I don't want to look like the average, Equinox driver, thinks this is, um, which thinks this is the United Kingdom, India or something. No, I guess maybe like in India and Pakistan, they do drive. They don't have lanes. It's more of a if you can fit there, you can take it. And yes, I'm a Pakistani, so I kind of know this firsthand. So I would say that like who? I mean, guys, okay. Why do people? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess someone could have parked the car in the garage, but I was like, why do people claim homes in North? Like, I swear, like people these days are like, okay, like in games, they're like literally like, okay, I'm gonna claim the home. Claim the home. Let's go, guys. Peace out, home. We're going. Especially these average, ultimate like these drivers are pretty much like that. It's Floyd, but we're gonna be, going down, like a good person. We're gonna be treating the car like it's, like our. I mean, again, it's an Equinox. It's not that deep, but we're gonna be treating it like our, it's like a baby. Our girl. This is my girl here, guys. This is my girl here, my Equinox. Again, it's not that deep. It's just an Equinox. Like, it's not like it's like a Corvette or something. But again, if you ask me right now, I would personally keep this car because, I don't have enough money to buy a Corvette or to go, oh yeah, I'm going to go to buy a Corvette. So I'm going to send this car to the adoption center if that's needed. Okay, well, I mean, okay, well, why would it just shift up? But okay, well, let's, shift into sport, Let's give it, yes, we give it a little bit of some love. And yeah, so it looks like it's going peacefully now. So we drove across the highway, so we're gonna be going, ooh, let's check out the Sea Lake. So yeah, we drove across the highway, and maybe I might cancel my plans on Rensselaer County anytime soon, because I will, honestly, I do not want to drive an Altima, because honestly, I don't want to drive an Altima, like, it's uncomfortable. I don't want to drive one. And also, I don't have the patience to record myself driving in, Mojave, no, no, I mean, Mojave County, California is pretty peaceful. New York drivers honestly suck. I'm just gonna put that there. But most of them drive like normal people, and some of them really, annoy me. And those are the people I'm mainly talking to. Let's get back into this lane here. So we got here, and let's go here. Oh, slow down. So we are at the red light, waiting for it to turn, green. Okay, well, let's go. So who's already friendly? They're up here flooring it, flooring it. Let's go. So we got here. I like the fact it's not like a CVT which does the same thing except goes to 6,500 RPM and it can't go up the hill accelerating. It just goes slowly decelerates. And this car, even though it's like a little bit of a CVT behavior, but I don't really care. But it's like a CVT behavior except it doesn't sound like a CVT and it's more reliable than a CVT. Let's take a U-turn. Yep, we successfully made this a U-turn. I like flowing it a little bit, I like flowing it. I don't like, full on, like, I don't like, always flowing it, but I like, occasionally I like it, doing it. So, yeah, we see here that we are at the far end of the back, of the map, sorry, not the back, or whatever I said. So we're going to be teaching you kids how to use engine braking. Yeah, so in conclusion, this game does not have engine braking. Unless I'm doing it wrong, guys. I don't know how to drive manual. You can't blame me. I can barely drive automatic. Without switching to semi-manual, that is. I know how to drive automatic. It's pretty simple, you know. Yeah, I mean, learning manual is different, but like learning how to use manual, I mean, what's it called? So right now it's going up. So look at the way it just, go back to normal, 2.5 thousand RPM. Oh, okay, so it's so yeah. So we learned in conclusion, unless I did it wrong, Mojave Valley does not have engine braking. And so far, guys, we have earned the value of the car back. You can say this car's value has been regained. We got it. So, okay, so we got a. Let's turn left maybe here. I don't like the fact that I have to go, if I choose, I have to go physically 100% left. I don't want to do 100% left. Especially, I don't want to, I mean, the game thing about this game is that, I can just, choose acceleration. I don't have to, physically, I mean, it gets it, the fact I'm not, it understands the fact I'm not trying to go full throttle. That's the thing I like about it. And I like the fact this game also has kickdown. If you're wondering what kickdown is, I was also wondering what kickdown was, but kickdown is essentially whenever the vehicle already detects, especially automatics, not manual, because automatic, a manual cannot shift gears for you, But for the automatic, kickdown is essentially, I mean, what am I trying to say? So, in kickdown is only available on automatic, and what kickdown is wherever it shifts you to a lower gear. Now you might be wondering, why do you want to have a lower gear and why do you want to have a higher gear? If you have a higher gear currently, like if I put this down to the sixth gear, you can see I'm chilling at around 1,500. Oh shoot, 1,500 RPM or somewhere around. So let me set my cruise control. So as you can see, it's cruising at around 49 miles per hour at 1.5 thousand RPM, right? Or RPM is revolutions per minute, right? Now, if you have a lower RPM, the vehicle will get better or better efficiency. Now, what that does not mean is that if I go at lower speed, and as you can see, I'm going 20. But what it means by that is most vehicles they have an engine peak spot, which is usually around 1,300 RPM to 2,000 RPM, or essentially at its highway speeds. It should be highway speed should be it its highway speed is its average. So what it wants is as you can see right now we're going at 3,000 RPM. So if I shift it back up to its peak gear, which is around sixth gear, and most cars they cruise around at their top gear, because they want to get the best efficiency. Now now vehicles aren't always tuned to efficiency mode. They're also sometimes now let's say if you're going up the hill, right? You can't choose what gear you're on automatic at least, right? Or I mean you can choose, but let's say if you're like a new driver, you don't know how to drive manual, you don't know that how to what's semi-manual, what's the difference between regular automatic and semi-manual, you don't know the difference. So for example, right now, if you can also shift into sport mode, or else you can, or the car can automatically detect, the car will automatically detect, that you're going uphill, right? And once you're going uphill, it knows that, that if you give it at its engine peak spot, which is around efficiency, more toward, and also, I'm just telling you guys based off what's on my car, same thing might be on your car, same, but it's like same logic again. What kickdown is the same. I'm just acting but what RPM, what revolutions per minute, it's at, right? So, yeah, so, um, the RPM engine peak spot usually around my car is around 1,500 RPM, right? And that's the SRX 2015 SRX Luxury Collection. So another thing that you could keep is that oh, sorry, one thing I want to know is that if I'm going uphill, usually I live in the Pacific side. Sometimes I want to go to Cannon Beach, you could say. Like I live in Oregon. Sometimes if I want to go to Cannon Beach, going the way back, going there is pretty much downhill. It's you need to know how to use engine braking if you don't want to, if your brakes don't fail. I mean, Firstly, I did not know you how to use engine braking last time I went there, and it has 166,000 miles, guys. You can't say that these V6 engines aren't reliable. They are amazingly reliable. No check engine. Well, I mean, fine. I'm lying about the check engine, but it goes away. It goes away. You know, it's like any other life. And sometimes like every time I refill it, like I give it regular, it just to the full tank. It doesn't it doesn't like it takes sorry, what am I trying to say? If I fill it up to its full, it gives a check engine light. But I think it's because it requires premium, and I'm just filling in regular. But hey guys, I'm not the richest man in the world. I'm not Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, you can happily donate to me. I would appreciate it. But okay, so back to what I was saying, guys, is that oh wow, this thing is yeah. So as you guys could see, that was a little bit of a kickdown into there, right? Um, so if I floor it, if I can tell that if I'm flooring it, but in the floor it will give it to its lower gear. Now the trade-offs with going. Okay, let's just get into the left lane here. So there's a couple of trade-offs with going into lower gear. Lower gear, you can get higher performance. Like for example, if I let me show you guys something. If I okay, I don't really want to floor this red light, but I'm gonna show you. Okay, see, if I'm in lower gear right now, you can see I'm accelerating a little bit slower, right? Now you can see I'm gonna go up to like here, 50 miles per hour, right? Now let me show you if I go back to the other light, and I don't really want to, so we're gonna be using this loophole, legal loophole, guys. I don't know why, but I always see some lady up here. So if this go like, oh well, so okay, so we're gonna be turning left here, okay, I mean right here, and now we're gonna be turning, take a U-turn here. If you're European driving, bro, you gotta take a lot of turns. Okay, so as you can see, let's stop here real quick and let's give it full. So it's gonna be in a stay in a lower gear. It's gonna shift a lot more later, and it should beat the performance though. You know, 60 miles per hour. It reaches its full capacity. So another thing, guys, I want to tell you is I turn on the high beams. Is that it gives you more performance, but at a trade-off, it uses less efficiency. It's not that efficient as compared to keeping it in lower gear. With the lower gear, you don't get as much as performance, but you do get more efficiency. And also for day-to-day driving, a lower gear should be higher gear is way better. Unless you're a race car driver, I don't really think you really need lower gears. I mean, unless you're going uphill, and like certain situation now, I understand why you would need like a higher gear, lower gear. Like if you're going uphill, like on a steep hill, and you want the higher gear. And in fact, like and this is automatic's decision. It's not your decision if you want to stay in a lower gear or higher gear. And also, if I floor it, also, and one thing about the game is that it doesn't know if I'm flooring it. I'm on a computer, I don't have a steering wheel. I don't have I'm not decked out with this game, and that's why I said Jeff Bezos, if you could donate me I think I would love it. So another thing is like it can't tell if I'm actually flooring it. Like it just it doesn't know if I'm flooring it, right? So if I do its double tap the gas, it will it'll shift into its sport. In real life, if I just press it full to the pedal, it'll shift down all the instantly to the lower gear. Like this, you could say. It just smoothly transitions. So that's the thing, okay? And that's like if you press a little bit too hard, or it detects that if you give it it doesn't get enough power to go reach up the hill, it automatically shifts down. So that's the thing about Greenville. Also, they have that as well, but I don't think some Mojave County has that. But hey, I don't know. But yeah, so that's it for today's episode. And today was a little bit of a TED talk. But see you guys in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe.